Yes, question number 20. And we're looking again at electricity tariffs. And we shall see that it's also, sorry, we shall find out the toll road tariffs as we go on. Anyway, as I told you last time, once you get a table like this, the first thing you do is to look for the maximum kiloliters that you have for each bracket. So for block 1, we have a maximum of 50. Then we shall come here now. We said we ignore the numbers on the right left hand side. You ignore them. So we start subtracting 250 minus 50. You get 200. 400 minus 250. You get 150. 400 minus 600 minus 400. You get 200. This will remain empty. The reason why we do this is to find the maximum units for each bracket. The maximum units for each bracket. Indeed, if you add this up, you will end up having 400. If you add 200, you get 600. That's how we break it down. All right, let's look at the questions that we have today. Write an equation to calculate the cost in rands of consuming between 0 to 50 kilowatts of units in 2022. Now we are looking at the prices that we have. These are cents. These are cents, but they want them to become rands. You say when we are changing from cents to rands, we divide by 100. So the formula for this, it will be number of units times, this is 2020, so we shall multiply by 138, 43 divided by 100. Why am I dividing by 100? I want them to become rands, and this will be your equation. That will be your equation. Calculate the number of kilowatts in block 1 and block 2. Number of kilowatts. Now, this is straightforward. Okay, block 1, we said it's 50. Block 2 is 200. So, you can separate them. So, block 1, 50 units. Then block 2, we are saying it's 200. All right, you don't need to calculate. We calculated already in the table there. Someone might ask us, how do you get the 50? How do you get the 200? Block 1, we said it's 50 minus 0. You get 50. Block 2, we are saying 250 minus 50. You get 200. You get 200. In June 2021, the McKinsey household received a statement indicating that the previous reading was 125,693 kilowatts, and the current reading is 125,996 kilowatts. Calculate how many kilowatts the family will pay for. Now, what you're going to do for me is one, remember, whenever we're looking for this, we say current minus the previous. Current minus the previous. So current minus the previous, we know it that it's 125,996 minus 125,693. I'm here looking at this. These are the same. Yeah, no, so we subtract 999, 196. So 996 minus 693. 996 minus 693. So they have used 303 kilowatts. Or someone might say units. Someone might say units. Use the number of kilowatts calculated in 20.1.3 above to calculate the total amount the family will pay, including VAT. This is interesting. One, what you have to know here, yes, we are calculating the cost. Actually, you call it the total cost of electricity. Two, we shall need to include VAT. Three, the money has to be in rands. These are the critical. Yes, I'm looking for total cost of electricity, but it has to be in rands and it has to include VAT. All right. If the people have used, if someone has used 303, when we go to our table above here, 303, where does it belong? 303. Definitely, 303 has gone beyond block 1. It has gone beyond block 2. And it's in block number 3. So if it goes up to block number 3, what we need to put in our mind, it's the person used 303. We take off the ones for block 1. What remain with 303 minus. So this remains like 253. 253. So 253 has been pushed to the second block. But the second block requires 200 only. What we do, we come, remove the 200 that is required. Whatever remains is pushed to the second block. So I'm remaining with 53. 53 is pushed to block number 3, but block number 3 requires 150. 150. So here we don't subtract y. 53 is below 150. So we start looking for the money that we are going to pay. All right. This was 2021. Okay, so we're going to use 2021. We are in this block here. This is what we're going to use. So if someone has used 50 units, how much do they pay? We shall say 50 times 132,26. Don't forget, divide by 100. Why am I dividing by 100? I'm changing it to rands. Come down here. 200. If someone has used 200, how much are they going to get? 200 times 143,68 over 100. See that? So what answer do we get today? The answers now you get, they will be in rands. Then we go to block number 3. The person has used 53 kilowatts times how much? We are looking at this. So here, block 3, we multiply by this. Divided by 100. This is R. Okay, now let's find the final answers now. 50 times 1,326. 226. This is 66 rands, 13 cents. Then 200 times 1,368 divided by 100. Yeah, 287,36. Let me write the total costs this side. The person who has used 53. So these are the prices for block 1. They will pay that. Block 2, they will pay that. And block 3. So we add up everything. So 66,13 plus 287. 36 plus 82,96. What do they get? So they have paid 436 rands 45. So this excludes VAT. We need to include VAT. What do we do? We multiply by 1,15, which becomes 500. We can repeat it here. Or may I repeat it here? We said the person has used 303 units. So if we put 303 units in block 1 only needs 50 units from this. So you pay for the 50 units. How much is it? We said each was 132,26 cents. So we divide by 100. Why? We need this money to become rands. Then whatever has remained after subtracting goes to block number 2 and remain with 253. But in block number 2, remember very well that block number 2 needs only 200 units. So we shall come here, we say 200. We pay for them, which was 200 each was 143.68 cents. We divide by 100 because we want it to become rands. Okay. So whatever remains after subtracting, which is 53, this has been pushed to block number 3. So in block number 3, it needs a maximum of 150. 53 is below 150, so we don't subtract. What do? We take whatever we are remaining with, we multiply with the number that we have there as 156,53 over 100 over 100. So you get your values there. First value, you have it there. This runs. We add everything up. Add everything up. This does not have VAT. Include VAT. And you end up with 500. So this is your final answer. Yes, another person might ask us, what about if I get the answers and I change to runs afterwards? That's fine. That's fine. You can as well do that. Yes, we are saying you can change at the end, which will mean you have 50 times times 13226. You get your answer as 6,600. But it is a what? Cents. Then the next one was 200 times 143, comma 28,736. Then the other one's 53 times So we add everything up. And at this moment, you can also include VAT. And you divide by 100. You get your final answer as 501,92. This is also another method. You calculate them through using cents, then you change to rands at the end. It's fine. All right, let's look at 20.2. Sakwe family is traveling from Johannesburg to Cape Town. They plan to travel along the N1 route. The toll road tariff table for different vehicle classes is shown below. We have the toll gate at Grasmere, Val. Then we have another one at that place and the other one at that place there. So study the table above and answer the questions that follow. Number 1, 20.1.5. Okay. State one possible way of saving electricity. This was supposed to be up there. You say, turn off all unused appliances. Turn off all unused appliances. You can call them devices. Switch off the lights as you leave the room. Right. Use solar for some devices like lights, and you use electricity for heavy consuming appliances like geysers and stoves for cooking. You may use also gas for cooking. Use alternative sources of energy. Okay. How many different toll gates are in between Johannesburg and Cape Town along the N1? So we have, how many are they? These are the routes where the toll gates are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Determine the class where you pay the same amount more than once. The same amount more than once. Here we have class A. We have the same amount. But does it appear anywhere else? No. Class 2, we have the same amount. Does it appear anywhere else? No. But here we have 28, 28, same amount. Again, 139, 139. So it has to be class what? Class 3. Class 3. If you drove a car towing a caravan, how much would you have to pay at Venloch toll gate? So towing a caravan, they mean this. It's class 1. So we go to class 1 at this toll gate here. You pay how much? 46 rands. Calculate how much will it cost the Zaki family motor car if they traveled a return trip between Louisiana and Pearl. Between Louisiana and Pearl. Now let's go there and see. We are okay. Louisiana to Pearl. So they will be paying. Okay. And let's find out which car they drive. Calculate how much family motor car if He traveled a return trip. Family motoka. What could we call it? Okay, it's in class 1, no matter what. It's in class 1. So we shall see how much will they pay. So we are going to add all this because they are from here. From here, Brazilian goes to Grasmere. Then from Grasmere, they go to from Amanda to Grasmere. They said they are from this place. Yes. So already this place is here. So it's from this place to this place. You pay 54. Allow to list you here. So you pay 16. So we shall pay 16. We pay 54, 45, and the 32. This 16 comes from 8 plus 6 plus 8. So they'll pay 16 plus 54 plus 46. They will pay 32. Which is 148. During the peak hours, that's from 16 hours to 18 hours, about 200 plus A. Plus 1. We have then class 2. In class 3, we have class 4. We have they pass through Val toll gates. Calculate the amount in rands. The amount made by this toll gate at this time. So 200, this is class 1, shall multiply by the money coding. So let's go there to VAR. We are here. Looking at this. That's class 1, class 2, class 3, and class 4. That's what you're looking at. So how much are they going to pay? How much are they going to pay? So what we're going to do, we're going to multiply. So this, they will cost 54 times 1 and 101. This they cost this much, and this they cost that much. All right. So we get the final answers. So 240 times 54, 12,960. Then 150 times 101, 15,150 times times 120 times 122, 14,640. 50 times 162. That's the money.